1, 2, 3. Good love. Good love. Good love. Good love. I was feeling so great. I asked my family doctor just what I had. I said, Doctor, doctor, Mr. MD, doctor, now can you tell me what's ailing me, doctor?
What's all the noise in here? Oh, it's our good friend Andy Johnson and Gordon Vatch, hardworking as ever. Carry on.
Hi everyone, I'm Emily Lilly, President of the Deerfield Beach Historical Society, and we're here today to present to you an idea of the first 3 cultural events that we will be holding here at this new cultural center, once the home of Robert and Martha Butler. We're located at Southeast 4th Avenue, also known as Butler Avenue, and we're right across the street from the home of the Historical Society, the historic Butler House. We've been working very hard to prepare this inaugural season of the Cultural Center. And with me today to help you understand what we have been doing is the Associate Editor of The Pelican, Judy Wilson. Welcome, Judy.
Good to be here, Emily, as usual.
Thank you for being here. And also, we have a volunteer member, Ellie Cade. And Ellie, I know she's excited too about what's going to happen.
Very excited, especially when the Florida Highwaymen come.
Wow.
Can't wait for that.
And be looking at our website, be looking at Facebook, be looking at the Pelican too, because we will keep you in tune with all of the progress of the Cultural Center. Now, it also has been a challenge to begin this Cultural Center. Not only did we have to make plans for moving equipment, but also we had some technical problems, challenges, and that were met by our multi-talented board member, Dave Noter. Good morning, Dave. Can you tell us?
Well, the first problem, we're trying to get some internet over here, so I bought a little range extender to see if I can get it to come across the street.
Great. And with that, once we get that all underway, then we're ready for the first 3 events that will be held here. And hopefully, with the challenges of the virus, we hope we can get through it so the community will be pleased with our progress. And with that, let's talk about the next events that will be coming.
Judy again from the Historical Society. We've got some exciting things going on here at the Cultural Center, and one thing that's going to happen in 3 weeks is a class instructing you on how to create your own topiary. I think you pretty much know what topiary is, and of course South Florida is the perfect place for them. So be watching for it, and you won't want to miss it.
Hi, I'm Poppy Mercier, and we're here with some of our very special friends. What we're going to do is talk about collecting, because coming up, of course, is the event with Charles Colello, and Judy Wilson's going to be talking about that. But we've been looking at the different kinds of albums that probably you would have found like in the 50s and the 60s, or that genre kind of music. And when we're thinking about collections, I gathered up what I had, and I learned that when you're doing a collection, you want to find out, number one, who you really, really like, and build on it from that way. Or let's say a certain type of music, like jazz, or musicals, or 45s, or anything like that. So anyhow, we're here, we have a record going. Amy Kay is here because she's obviously one of our most first-person recollections of what was actually happening on the scene in Deerfield Beach in the 50s and 60s with music. And then Ellie Kay, who's definitely the one who understands rock and roll and all those good
That's
times.
me.
Okay, So anyhow, Amy, why don't you just tell everyone a little bit about what was happening here, and then maybe show them what your 45 looks like.
Well, in the 50s and 60s, we had sock hops at the recreation center over in Pioneer Park, or at the elementary school in the, it was a big barn-like structure that we called our gym, and we had sock hops and square dancing. This is something, this is really interesting. This was something that had just come out, 45s. That way a single could be sold on an album instead of, committing to a whole album. And I've never seen anything like this. This is presented by Dr. West, Tunes for Teens. And on the back, he has an ad for toothbrushes.
That's fun.
Never seen anything like that.
Well, they certainly know who their market was, right?
Yep.
It was the teens, because I remember just getting an album and getting excited, opening it up and looking at all of the. In fact, I think we have. I'm looking for the. Oh, there it is.
This album?
Oh, there it is. Take a look what's inside, Ellie.
The Beatles. Okay.
Yeah, the Beatles. This is the White Album, and inside, one of the special things that came as a prize, a promotional.
Oh, a poster.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh, wow.
Yeah, isn't it cool?
Yeah, that's how they did it.
that'll take you back in time.
Oh, and then the words to the song are on the
And
back.
the words to the
poster.
song.
Oh, we
on
can
the
sing
back.
along. We can
Yeah.
sing along.
Yeah.
Well,
So
better that
anyhow-
we don't, probably.
Yes, exactly. So anyhow, that's part of it. And then Judy, of course, she has a wonderful idea for what's coming up with Charlie Colella. So I was going to have
Well,
her-
you're going to do a virtual evening with Charlie. Is that
Yeah.
how that's going to work? And he'll talk about all of his vinyls. His collection apparently is amazing. Did he tell you how many? Did he ever tell you how many records he's got?
Oh, I haven't really, but I know that there's a picture of him. We'll probably see it where he's standing up on his balcony, and the entire wall is his gold records.
Wow.
Which
Wow.
I think that's what you call a collection.
I'd like to tell you a little bit about Charles Colella. He lives very close to the Butler house now, but he had an amazing career in music arranging and composition. He worked with the names that we all know and love: Springsteen, Frank Sinatra, Barry Manilow, Humperdinck, Juice Newton. He has just such a distinguished career that we're so fortunate to have him in our midst and to be able to do a program around his work and his life. He recently published his own autobiography, which pretty much describes him. It's called A Jersey Boy's Journey with the Four Seasons and Beyond. And as a young man, he started with Frankie Valli. Then he joined the Four Seasons, where he arranged their music. And then, of course, there's a long beyond. He's now 82 years old. He's still working. He's still placing songs on billboards, very, very top 10. And he is a very famous guy in the music world. So we're pleased and proud to have him in our midst.
Okay, Ali, are we ready to hear a little maybe Frank
Okay.
Sinatra?
Let's see.
This has come from Come Blow Your Horn.
Make like a Mr. Milquetoast, you'll get shut out. Make like a Mr. Meek, and you'll get cut out. Make like a little lamb, and wham, you're shorn. I tell you, chum, it's time to come blow your horn. Make like a Mr. Mumbles and you're a zero. Make like a Mr. Big, they dig a hero. You've got to sound your A the day you're born. I tell you, chum, it's time to come blow your horn. The taller the tree,